Let me ask you a question. For the warmer seasons, what footwear do you choose? Let me show my choice and explain why I think this is the best footwear for those who are into heritage style. See you inside. When we're talking about what kind of footwear do you use on warmer time or spring, summer, or when the temperature is really high, I normally finish using one of these because my professional commitments, most of the time I need to dress a little bit more formal than the loafers or the chaka boots are my way to go for the warmer times. Usually in winter, what I used to wear is boots, work boots or work style boots, or heritage work style boots, which for summertime sometimes could be not a good choice. The sneakers which most of the people choose for the daily wear on and for dress down is not my cup of tea, because the style is not what I like, and second, there is a condition in my skin that prevent me to wear synthetic material for a long period of time. Then know this, and how can replace these two styles with something that is comfortable, easy to wear, and resilient, and ready for the warmer temperatures. My choice is always, and has been always, the desert boots. Why the desert boots? The desert boots I've been wearing since I was a kid. My mother used to buy me these boots for instead the sneakers, because I cannot wear all things due to my condition in my skin. Then I learned to wear this and stopping to wearing around 20 years when I started trying to wearing sneakers again with leather in soles and try to wear for thick socks, but it wasn't very successful for me. But anyway, why I think this is the best dress shoes for dress down on summer and springtime. Easy to wear, very comfortable. You don't need to look after this. Regrettably, I don't have my old desert boots because I put in the bin like 2 years ago. But I never treat them and always were in really good condition. And the patina that they developed over the time was fantastic. But latterly, I was looking for a replacement of my desert boots. Nowadays, the desert boots, which is the development of the desert boots, was Clark Company. Clark Company introduced these desert boots in this very design in 1949, and was after that was a hit and was widely used in America, and then moved around the world. But are really comfortable, are really easy to use, was so that became a fashion icon, and nowadays is a heritage style boot. Was worn for famous people, famous like Steve McQueen. There you can see plenty of pictures of him wearing desert boots from different brands, and even from Clark's. He used to wear this kind of boots. And there's other famous people. They was become in the 60s by the moth tribes in the UK. They start wearing suits with this kind of boots. But in real life, what is my experience with these boots? These are very comfortable, very easy to sleep on, and looks really well with different trousers. Even I used to wear with shorts. I will see here how they look with shorts nowadays. You see how this fit, and look at with chinos, with different colored chinos like blue and khaki colored chinos. And not only that, also you can wear this and looks amazing with denim, whether it's savage denim or not. In my case, I wear with savage denim. are really, really nice boots and very comfortable. But it has a downside. These boots were designed to wear in the desert, where the surface are sandy and dry. This could be a problem where there are different kind of weather, where this rain, like here in UK very often, and the surface is not that sandy. Then the sole can erode very fast. But anyway, all depend the quality of crepe sole that you use. There is plenty, since the production from Clark's, there is plenty of brands that reproduce this iconic desert boot, which is very simple to construct, a stitched down construction, two pieces of leather, very nice, unlined usually, two eyelets. In this case, this has metal eyelets, but the old brands that produce desert boots, I picked this one. These are Crown Northampton. Why I picked this? First one, they are produced in Northampton, where I live in Northamptonshire, and these are produced in Northampton. 100% produced in Northampton by hand, and are made to order. That means are not mass produced. The type of leather they use is CF suede, which one of the tops suedes in the world. The construction itself and the characteristics and the balance of the boot is fantastic. There are different colors they offer, but I like to go where the sand color, because I think it's the original and the iconic, and really go with different outfits. But why not pick the original Clarks? In matter of fact, to compare this with the original Clark, to see, because there is a difference in the price, and we need to find out why there is that difference in the price. The Clarks are cheaper than this. You can see in this picture what is the price of these boots, and then we're gonna go through all the characteristics that make this why this cost this what the price of these boots. Then to compare, what is really the best place to compare is I compare with the original Clarks. I borrowed this in the website. In theory, these are the original ones, how was done at the very beginning. That's what Clarks say in the website, with the orange threads in the color, the crepe sole, exactly the same. And if we put side by side, you can start to notice the difference in the leather. These are made in UK. These are made in India or Vietnam. Sorry, in Vietnam. These are made in Vietnam. The leather, according to Clark's, is CF steel, and in matter of fact has the stamp here. Has the stamp. You can see the stamp here. But if you look closely, there is a difference in the leather. Both coming from the same tannery. These are the Clark original, and this is the Crown Northampton. Look at the velvety surface of these desert boots. Look at the velvety feeling and surface, and look at this. This is plain, completely plain, and the snow has that smooth, velvety feeling. Then let's start looking at the difference. You see the shape of the last is different. This is a wider last, what they call Clark G last, and this is more almond last, shoe type last, English shoe type last. You can see how it's the almond and elongated last. These are the very same size, but look at how elongated. This allow to sit the toes and all the toes in the right proportion. are more narrow, that's mean for the people who has wider fits, maybe it's going to be a problem, but everything can be discussed with Crown Northampton. They are very, very friendly. They are answer every mail. It's amazing. The customer service of Crown Northampton is amazing, which for Clarks is not the same because it's a big company, mass produced, and usually they do this kind of the last two one fit all. These are original boots in sand color with crepe. These are the boot for desert boots. And the name of the family name of Chris, the owner of Crown Northampton. Let's start with the difference. Both the similarities. Okay, the laces are cotton laces. These are a little bit thinner, but they feel very strong, and these are thicker. You see? Oh no, it's 100% cotton. Don't say. Looks they have some of synthetic as well. The eyelets has metal eyelets, two metal eyelets. Has two metal eyelets, but look at that, at bronze metal eyelets. These are metal, color metal. In terms of the stitching, look at the characteristic of the stitching. It has double stitching here, double stitching, with the finish, and they have very close double stitching, which give you more reinforcement, and the density of the stitch is higher than in the Clarks itself. Now let's compare the stitch down stitching. Is dense in the Crown Northampton rather than in the Clarks. But don't get me wrong, we don't talking about the lifespan of this boot. The lifespan of these boots. They were talking about 130 pounds or $150, and they were talking about 267. I don't remember correctly. You see before the price tag, almost 300 pounds or $350, $330. But what is the problem with this? Let's keep seeing. Then, crepe sole, the best quality that can find Chris. The midsole or the insole is leather, 100% leather, and that start making the difference. Crepe sole and EVA midsole, which is a synthetic sole. Then let's analyze this to see the interior. This is very good because if you pay for this, this amount of money, you need to know why you pay for this and where is the difference. Then we take out this. These are very good. The insole, they has a sole here which is leather. Okay, it's all the entire is leather. The insole is leather, 100%. Sorry, I cannot show inside. I don't know if I can show inside. It's all the way. It's a thin line of leather, and here we have half, because you have half of the insole, and the rest, the footbed, is leather, 100% leather. A really nice piece of leather. You can see from here. And again, these are 11 in size. Then there is another thing. Look at this. I don't know if you can appreciate this. The profile of the boot, the sole of the boot. One of the problems with this boot, one of the problems many people complain, the fact they don't have a shank made this collapse, and then you have this collapse. Of course, not everyone has an issue with this, but some people has an issue because the shape of the foot or have problem with the foot, and then the fact they don't have support, a shank here made things very, very difficult. But this, if you see this, look at this. Okay, look at this, and then look at this. It's minimal compared with the Clarks. because the heel is longer. If we put side by side a heel, you can see the heel is longer. This change in the shape of the heel reduces the collapse of the boot itself. This is one of the things that make this more comfortable than this, than these boots. I don't get me wrong. I've been wearing for years and years these boots and never have a problem. Never have a problem with the collapse. But I've seen in many places that one of the complaints is precisely the collapse of the boot. What is the other problem with this boot? The problem is the resole, because these soles are erode very easily. The lifespan of the sole is very short, and you're going to have still a good quality leather in the upper, because despite it's not the same type of leather coming from the same tannery, the leather is going to survive long than the sole itself. Then the people who try to resole first, the people who do this, they charge a lot of money. Then it's better to buy a new pair rather than replace the sole. And what is the problem? The EVA sole with is attached this sole, the EVA midsole with this attached this sole is made very difficult to detach the older sole and attach a new one. Probably you're gonna have one more change of sole and that's it, because they get destroyed. And the EVA has a problem. They not last long itself. Then you have a boot with a very short lifespan, but is very affordable, and you can replace easily. And you have this other where the midsole is very thick. You can see the color here. It's a very thick midsole for this type of boot, and you can replace this sole. You can replace this sole. You can send back to Crown Northampton and they can replace this sole. Then you're gonna have a long-lasting boot, resolable with the leather which is really good quality. Here, this leather for sure is better than this, but both coming from the same tannery. We need to be very honest with that. You can say this is really bad leather, but this is better quality than this. And in terms of comfort, I've been wearing this indoors here, and very comfortable. I was wearing one foot this and one foot this, and very comfortable. And you can feel the difference. You can feel the difference. Is the rubber, the crepe sole has more density than this. Look at this, a different color. The color is different because the density of this is higher than this. Of course, they're going to be more resilient to the erosion when you walk on this sole. And the fact that it has, I don't know, for me, in my opinion, the fact that it has this almond shape, it makes this far more stylish. Usually, this shape, what is usually the shape of the English shoes, is fantastic in terms of how they look. Then you have a boot that could replace a trainer's easily. How much money you pay for a good trainer? How long lasts that trainer? And these are more for a grown-up man that want to improve his style and stop to wearing sneakers. If you like to wear sneakers, of course, I no one to say no, you don't need to wear sneakers. It's a matter of choice. But if you are in the game to try to level up your style, and in summertime with something that is as comfortable as a sneaker and is more versatile than a sneaker, because you can wear with shorts, you can wear with chinos, you can wear with jeans, and it's not going to be any problem, and it's not going to look awkward. But if you try to wear a trainer, suppose a New Balance or this one with a denim, or with the chinos, really you look like a grandpa. That's is what it looks like. But I believe, in terms of style, this is far better than this. Of course, if you don't have the money to buy this one, of course, this is the good one, it's the original one. But these are very stylish. It's gonna be very long-lasting desert boots. Are resolvable, and the color is fantastic. There are other colors as well. There are dark colors. I think there's one tabac. I don't remember properly, but there is dark brown. You can pick if you are a fan of that. But I believe for summertime, as one of the best casual shoes that you can wear, and putting aside the trainers, is this by far. Some people say no, loafers or chukka boots. No, these are very comfy, easy to wear, easy to put in, easy to take it off, and looks fantastic in any occasion. On the top, the quality that offer Crown Northampton, I think has no competition. There are, for example, the Astor Flex and made in Italy, or the Hutton Northampton, which produce now the originals. Desert boot I used to wear, Steve McQueen in Bullet, the movie, are made in Italy as well. It's an English company, but produced in Italy, and they source from Italy all the manufacturer and leathers. That's all after you. But I believe these are the best, and the fact that are made in England with all this heritage of this wool, this became my way to go to replace my Clarks with this, and looks fantastic. Thank you to being here for this long. See you in the next. Bye.